Hello, 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 and welcome to Beyonka's Playhouse. We are live inside of Beyonka Studios, the new studio, and my guest, Mr. Marquise Martin, is in the building.
What it do?
He came ready for Beyonka's Playhouse tonight, didn't he?
I'm always ready.
He always ready. So this is my long.
Be right.
It won't be right.
Without being ready.
This is my long time friend, family. It's more like family because we've been in each other's life forever. You done seen my kids grow up. I done seen your kids grow up.
Long story short, my cousin Titi baby mama.
Ooh! That's why he's here, y'all. Inside of Beyonka's Playhouse. Long story short.
And I think, what's your hours?
She is 13, 14. She's 14, so she about to be 15.
She's 15, so I knew her about 5 years before that. So
yeah, well, you knew me longer than that because we met before my son was even born. So Kyrie was about.
Can we just say we got history?
There we go. That's why I said long time. Either way, definitely. That's why I said it's more like family rather than friendship because it's been so long. Yeah. And so the question of the night, because y'all, if you see the topic, and whether you're watching from YouTube or you're watching from Facebook, you see the topic tonight is about celebrities and longevity. Celebrities who have longevity, couples that have been married or just got long ass relationships. And we're gonna talk about that tonight. So with that being the topic, I know I'm not married, and I have been married twice, and I'm divorced.
I've been married 3 rough times. It's like, no, I'm joking.
3 beautiful times.
But no, I've been married 3 times, actually.
3 times, wow.
Young, real young too. I was 16 my first marriage.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, well, he got me beat, y'all, because y'all know I was a baby when I got married. 16. Okay, so one of the reasons I wanted to do this show, right, is because I see now in today's time in 2017, a lot of couples are giving up on their relationships. You know, they want longevity, but they're giving up so quickly. It just be a lot of things going on. So why do you think they give up so easy?
I don't think it's not that they give up. I think that they jumping in too quick.
Oh, they jumping in too quick.
You know, they especially it depends on the person actually, because some relationships really last a long time. If you jump into it, but 9 out of 10 that be the issue. Like they be so quick to try to jump in, especially if they doing something that's lucrative, like rapping or got like an underground gig going on. And them chicks be like, shit, I better hurry have a baby. Shit. Y'all
don't ain't lying. That's the sad thing.
This nigga might blow up.
So let me hurry up and grab a baby. But in 2017, don't we know that like that's not happening no more? Like that's not keeping a dude, that's not keeping nobody around just because you have a baby.
Some people don't believe that though.
Some people don't believe that. I mean, you should.
We know that that's not true.
Yeah, I was about to say, come on now, y'all, young ladies, like you gotta know it in 2017. That's just not going to keep nobody around. I just heard that Carmelo Anthony, which was one of my favorites. I googled them tonight because they're one of my favorite couples, Carmelo Anthony and Lala. And I just heard that there was some little mess going on in their world where he got a supposedly baby on the way from somebody else.
Allegedly. But stuff happened and Lala bad. And that's just a prime example of how it don't
all the way around bad.
It don't have nothing to do with the chick. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of chicks think that, like, dad, what is it about me that made this, this my man step out? It don't be having nothing to do with you, bro. A man going through, they get caught up in the heat of the moment. But what gets me is that they know what can happen. And they don't even take the initiative to try to strap up at least.
They do, right?
They know what's going to happen if you get caught slipping. Right. Your whole entire family you down the drain.
Right.
But some people...
That's why I'm always in denial when it happens. When I hear about it, I'll be like, no, that ain't true. Ain't no way in the world he let that shit happen. Like, it's no way in the world because you would think that guys would know, like, I can get caught.
Right.
I can get caught. This can happen.
They always think that it can't happen to
them.
Mm-hmm. You know, they always think that, and they always like, cut my off.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And he ain't even got a baby on the way, but he got black. Oh, yeah. I mean, well, with the wife though, he got a baby on the way with the wife. Yeah. So his call up didn't happen because he got somebody pregnant. It's because he just
flat out got drunk and got caught slipping.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy though, man.
Yeah.
But what about, like, you know, it's not like really off the subject, but what you think about all the Kardashians being pregnant like that? What you think about that?
Let me tell you.
And I'm not really in a, like, who's married? That's
so one, right?
Kim
is married. Kim is married. No, what's the other one? Not Chloe. Chloe's not married.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No, what's the? Oh yeah, no, she's not married either. The other baby sister's not married either. Okay, yeah. So this is what, are they really pregnant though? I really think there's a lot of, but it's a lot of, they do a lot of stunts. I think, you know, a lot of things that get in the news and to become relevant. And Black China just changed their whole world around by making the Kardashians her world. You know what I mean?
That's the sister's fault though. Like that whole, like that raw thing. Like, why would you? Come on now, that's just crazy. Like China, like Kim, she used to roll with China. Like, she already know the type of chick China was. Like, why would you even let your brother get that close, let China get that close to your brother? That could have been no hood chicks. They would have been whipping China.
I was about to say the difference between that being a hood chick and one of them is that a hood chick would have definitely she wouldn't even allow that all to just continue. You know what I mean? And I don't think a sister would have let her sister go down like that either. You know?
Jackpot though. That girl was very, very
intelligent.
Tony taught our as well. Because she's stunting, sure.
She definitely is. She definitely is.
Babies by millionaires. She's fat.
Yes, for the rest of her life. She ain't never got to work that pole ever.
And a lot of chicks say a lot of stuff about that, but a whole lot of chicks wish that was them.
Definitely, because that girl don't never have to want for anything. Her children never have to want for anything, and she could care less what anybody say about her. That's why I was really surprised when went on that lady's talk show, and I don't even know the lady's name, but when she went on that lady's talk show and was talking about suing, I was surprised because, first of all, that ain't even in our character, and we already know you did what you did. You know what I'm saying? So instead of her just, I feel like walking away gracefully, like, you know what, I hurt that nigga's feelings. I hurt his feelings. I definitely did him wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and let him have that. Everybody already seen it anyway. You know what I'm saying? He was already showing it to the world, so just let it go. So I was surprised about that. But that wasn't one of my favorite couples at all.
Right. I think the whole issue is that it's just
boy, help with that mic to your lips.
I think the whole, I always think I can talk loud enough. I think the whole issue be social media, man, has just taken over everything. You know, it's destroying a lot of stuff. It's destroying relationships. It's like social media is really, it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing at times, man. It all depends on how you use it, man. Because a lot of stuff, like for instance, them chicks, when they be talking about how you know, not to be like off the subject a little bit, but like when that whole surgery stuff with the girls, getting these surgeries and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I hear a whole lot of chicks like bashing that and saying stuff about it, like, yeah, when they get old, they gonna look good as shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna be 60 years old, looking like a Coca-Cola shade, 60 years old.
Right.
So I hear that, and it's always the chicks that can't afford the surgery. That be bashing the surgery. You know what I'm saying?
How y'all feel about that? Do y'all tell us how y'all feel about the surgery? Because I've seen a lot of women getting surgery lately, and I gotta say, they paying I don't know what. And I mean, even the ones that's getting the boob jobs lifted. I seen the girl who got her boobs lifted, and I swear, and she, and just being honest, ain't like y'all know she is, but she's 42, and her boobs look so good. All I was thinking was like, dang, I'm gonna have to save up some money because I know mine ain't sitting like that. And they was sitting with no bra on or nothing. That's every girl's dream, to be able to have nice size boobs and be able to wear it in an outfit where you ain't gotta put no bra on. So it's no way in the world I could be hating on that lady. And she told me she spent $22,000 on lift. She didn't even get anything put in. She got it all lifted and
$22,000. Where else she go at? Spain.
I know.
$22,000 don't even cost that much.
Yeah, well, she also got that tummy tuck. She got the tummy tuck too. So I mean, but still, $22,000. I was thinking like, okay, I could have got this, I could have got that, and that's probably why I ain't got no breast lift yet, y'all.
I can't get all that. I look at it like this. Like I was talking to my sister about that. That getting your body done to me, coming from a man's perspective. When I see a woman like that, man, that's an investment for her. You get your body done and you throw on a sexy little outfit and your body look like that. Oh, you want get your dude a guy a few dollars. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you in it for. You know what I'm saying? You want to land, but some girls, just take it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you confident enough and you feel like, that's what you want to do, you want to get your body done, then get your body done. Do it for you though. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it because everybody's doing it.
So, since we talk about celebrity couples, right? And getting in the plastic surgery thing too. Yeah. So, Mary J. Blige was one of those celebrities who was in a relationship, had a marriage, not a relationship, and her marriage didn't work. And right. I've never known Mary J. to be one of the women that have a lot of stuff done as far as body.
She didn't get a lot of stuff done, but where Mary went wrong in her relationship, honestly. I'm gonna be 100. Like, I don't know her personally, but like I love Mary as an artist. Like I love Mary. But I follow like a lot of Mary, what's going on. Mm-hmm. And I remember when she first got with Homeboy. And Mary linked on him for a crutch about her past relationship before him. And she linked on him for a crutch. And he had all that knowledge about her past relationship. And then he just ended up trying to use it. He knew she was vulnerable. And he used that, man, and he bamboozled that chick. And the sucker part about it is that she paying this nigga money every month.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some suckers. So that basically, that nigga was just in it for, for Mary money, man. But Mary got to be careful, though. Like, she from the streets of Brooklyn. Mary should have known better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, come on now. You come from a whole era of fucking...
But when a woman allows her heart to be open, it's hard.
It happens to the best of us.
Of us. Right, to guys too, right?
We all, you know what I'm saying, have loved hard. And
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It's part of life, but you got to take that experience and learn from it. What gets me is when I see people doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. And not learning from that last relationship. Exactly. You know, it comes a point where you have to be mature enough and to say, you know what, I got to get up out of this.
Yeah, and you know what I think? Well, for me, I had to get to a place in my life because I had multiple marriages that failed as well. And I had to get to a place where I had to realize that it wasn't just the other person. That I had some things that I had to work on with me too. And until I realized that I needed to work on some things with me too, I mean, I don't think I would have ever been good for anybody. So now, working on myself and going back and saying, okay, let me not do this again or do that again. Now, hopefully I'll be good.
I think my biggest issue was in my relationships. First of all, I know what my issue was. My issue with my relationships, I mean, since we were on that time,
come on, let's go.
I got into my relationships too young. You know what I'm saying? I got married at 16, and then, I stayed in that relationship, and I got married again, and then I stayed in that relationship, and I got married again, and I had children by all of my wives. So, my issue was I was young, and I was making a lot of poor decisions. I was young, you know what I'm saying? But what gets me is that, and it's not just me, a lot of guys get held. Do you still hold your baby fathers accountable for stuff that they done when they were 16 and 17 years old?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, but you got them women that still hold their baby fathers accountable for stuff that they done when they was that young.
I don't really think it's fair for anybody to hold anyone accountable for things that happened in the past.
But they
especially
did.
when,
but they did.
especially if you made a change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you done grew 15 years later and you still doing the same stuff you were doing 15 years ago, then okay, you might need to check that person on that. But if it's 15 years later and you done became a whole nother person, you done
grown ass man.
Yeah, you done grown up. Yeah. Like absolutely not. Absolutely not. Definitely not.
But you got them ones that just so, just can't let the past go. And that's why they can't accept growth and change.
Yeah.
Because they, don't know how to let the past go. And some people just hold you accountable for just the dumbest things, though. But
and that's the one that stunts your growth. So when you're in a relationship with somebody like that, and I'm just saying a relationship. I know you said baby mamas, but like if you're in a relationship with somebody like that, that's one of those cues. Like I need to let that person go.
Oh, yeah.
Because if that person is going to still badger me about what happened in 1998.
Right.
And we in 2017, you know what? You really got some things you need to go sit down with a therapist, a counselor, and your regular doctor. Because mentally, you're not growing.
Right.
You gotta mentally be able to grow in order for things to change. So if that person isn't mentally growing, then nothing is going to actually change for them. So yeah, I would definitely. That's one of those times, ladies and gentlemen. You can't. A lot of people want longevity in their relationship. So they'll stay through all that BS you was just talking about because they want to have that longevity. But that's something that you can't really have longevity with unless that other person is willing to say, you know what, I got some issues going on. I got some things happening. I need to get some help mentally because that's some real stunt and growth type stuff right there.
Yeah. How you feel about homeboy that's molesting all the celebrity women? What's his name?
Who?
The guy that's all these women coming forth with saying that he sexual molested them and
oh my God, and, I don't know. I done missed it, y'all. I done missed that.
Weinstein.
Yeah, the Weinstein guy. I feel like this.
I missed that. Fill me in.
All these chicks coming to the front saying that Weinstein touched them and sexually harassed them and stuff like that. And I feel like even with the Cosby thing, man, I feel like, nobody deserves to get sexual harassed. I'm not supporting that at all. Don't twist my words. I'm not supporting that.
Or condoning it at all.
Or condoning it. What I'm saying is I think that while they wait all this time that their careers are set, they where they want to be in life. Why they ain't say nothing when they was growing? You know what I'm saying? When it could have been. You know
what? I don't know about this new situation, but with the past situation with Cosby, at first I had the woman sympathy for these women at first. That was my first intuition to just be sympathetic because they were women. And I know being a young woman, when things happen to you, sometimes you're just so fearful that you don't speak about it. And you'll hold it in. But for these people to wait 20 and 30 years to come out and say that this man did something, and it wasn't like, one person came out and just said something.
Everybody.
But it was everybody, and their mother, sister, aunt, cousin, their niece came out and said this man did the same exact thing. Then they didn't even have their own creative story. It was, it was like that. It was like, okay, you know what? Maybe that was one of them things where, okay, you know what? If she's speaking out about it, then I'm gonna go. Now I can break my silence. And I can talk about it. But I had to really listen to everybody's story and like watch it to feel like, okay, you know what, this might actually be true.
But that goes on, man. That's so heavy going on behind the scenes in Hollywood. Like a lot of people has done that, man. And it's just been swept under the rugs and stuff. Like a lot of people's careers is based on, that kind of stuff. Behind the scenes, but what gets me is that they wait till they set in their careers and they talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't say nothing whereas though the 50-50 gamble, whereas though you could have hurt your career if you say something about it. Why wait until you good? Like, you set to speak about it. So that's where I see where the pettiness coming, if you ask me.
The petty part of it.
But nobody deserves to be sexually harassed. I think that is wrong. And God just didn't give me no daughters, man, because I won't want to hear it. You feel?
Yeah.
If somebody touched inappropriately.
Yeah.
Walk.
I have 7 daughters, and I just every day I'm giving them the speech every day, like, cause I don't never want them to be silenced by somebody doing something to them, because I know, don't be afraid, and I think that's the most important thing. So if anything, because we don't know what happened. We don't know whether these people are telling the truth. We don't know whether they're lying. We really don't know. But at the end of the day, I believe that everything happens for a reason. Right. So I believe that everybody needs to hold their daughters tighter, talk to their daughters a little longer, inform your daughters and let them know, like, listen, if Uncle Johnny everybody got them uncles that's not really uncles, but they say they ain't uncles. You ever follow the Kanika Jenkins? You ever talk to your girls about that Kanika Jenkins story? We watched that, we followed that. We just even recently when they posted up that it was finally ruled an accidental death. Right. We talked about that because my daughters are held tight, and I don't allow them to go out. Accidental death. They just showed it to me on I think Kanika Jenkins, the girl they found in the freezer. Yeah, it finally was ruled an accidental death. How was it an accident? Well, they're saying that she accidentally walked. They're still sticking with what they said in the beginning. Now she walked in there. It was just a freak accident, and she locked herself in. What I'm saying is that the uncle came onto social media. At first, they was hiding a video or whatever. They was hiding a video about it, and then the uncle came on and said, and it was clear that they ain't had no $100,000. You know what I'm saying? But the uncle came on and said, I'm gonna give $100,000 reward for anybody that can give me the real footage of this video. Shit, that video, man, came out or whatever. Then they started saying different things, whereas though she was murdered. I read a lot of stuff, but what bothered me and what made me have to stop reading and watching those videos you're talking about is because you kind of could see how they were covering a lot of stuff up. And I was more fearful, and I'm still more fearful about how they could cover up somebody's death like that. Because that could be any of our daughters. They don't want their hotel to have a bad rating name. Not just, and I don't even, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't even think it's just for the hotel. I just think that they really just don't care. And I'm talking about the police and the people that are investigating. It's nobody cares until they happen to them. Or to one of their daughters. Or to one of their daughters. Yeah, I mean. And that's sad. Yeah, it was just a horrific thing. She was in a no-win situation that night, man. Mm-hmm. And it was like the whole entire party was against her, man, that night. And for her homegirls to have her, walk around the hotel. So that friends thing, that's what I talk to my daughters about. That's what that friends, they not really allowed to go nowhere anyway as it is. And my oldest is 17, and she still don't go places. So I don't allow them to think that it's okay to just go out with a whole bunch of friends because, unfortunately, your friends, who you think are your friends, could actually be envious of you. They could secretly be hating on you. They could secretly be like, oh, yeah, I want something to happen to you. Yeah. What really got me, I don't know if you guys saw that Snapchat conversation where the guy was like, the one where it was kind of like the one that was saying that was going to set him up. They was going to set her up. And he was saying, like, you bring her through. Yeah. I said, that, oh my gosh. That hurtful, though. That, like, hurt my soul because you never even know, right? She could have been sitting right next to her friend while this conversation is going on. And you never even know that your friend even feel that way about you. Like that. Because, and what made me believe that conversation was real, because the girl that was in the video, I don't know, Irene, with the glasses, it sounded like some shit she would have texted. You know what I'm saying? Because from the way she was talking, it sounded like the way she would have been texting. So I don't know. I know my heart goes out to Kanika Jenkins' family. Like, that just broke my heart. It really did. Said that all of her so-called friends that she believed in set her ass up. Definitely did. That's the heartbreaking part about it, that she trusted these chicks. Really? And you can tell, like, in the videos of her when they were in the mirror and all that stuff, like, she was cool. Like, she wasn't even feeling like any danger was coming her way at all. With her friends, like people that you trust, that you think
That's just sad, man. But enough of that. Just
yes.
Go.
I know, right? We don't want y'all to be heartbroken tonight. Even though that was a heartbreaking situation, we don't want y'all to be heartbroken tonight. But definitely pray for her family, her mother, her sister. Like it just was just heartbroken. Every time I saw them, it was heartbreaking. So be careful, ladies. Be careful when you're going out here. Who your friends? Be careful who your friends are. Watch what they're doing. Watch what you drinking. And we'll go in them drinks beside you. Yes. Yes.
Drink and come back.
Never. Never.
And stuff, they dissolve like that in a second.
So I see Mr. Martin here has a lot of love being shown on Beyonka's Playhouse tonight. Thank you for everybody that's shouting Mr. Martin out. I can't really see. I thought I would be able to see those comments, but I can't see that good. Can you see them? We old. We old.
I ain't old.
You ain't old. Look, he had to get up and look though.
I ain't old. I'm only old in age, but
in age, yeah. Them numbers is going up there for me. Them numbers is definitely going up there. You don't believe the Cosby thing? I can't see who that is that said that, but yeah, I'm not gonna say whether I believe it or not. What I'm gonna say is I can see how it could be true.
I believe it.
And how you believe it?
I believe it. I believe the Cosby thing. I mean, they was drinking. He got him. He peeled him up. Did what he did to him. I believe it. But why would it take so long to come forth with it? But I believe it. Just like I believe OJ. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine looking through the window? I'm a man, a nigga. Let's keep it 100. I'm a nigga. I can't imagine looking through the window of my house, saying my wife hit from the back by another guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would do if I seen something like that. If I look through the window and seen my chick get wore out, my wife get wore out by, you know what I'm saying?
I guess that's not a good celebrity couple.
So that's why he did. I believe that OJ did that. That's just my opinion. I believe that.
OJ,
you know what I'm saying?
OJ snapped.
Did that to Nicol, yeah.
He snapped and did that. And you know what makes it so believable that that's what happened like that? And I'm going to give it that snap moment where he snapped and did that. Is when he got in that Bronco, when you still love somebody and somebody do something to you, you have those moments where you snap and then you come back to realization of what just happened. So when he got in that Bronco on that ride, it's like, dang.
Like, yo, this, my wife, she gonna really be that gutter and disrespect me like that and be on my couch with another man and he hitting her from the back.
You don't think he was in the Bronco thinking about the fact that he done stabbed her a bunch of times?
And making all these noises. He wore that ass out. I'm not. Let me tell you something.
I am not in agreement with what just took place. I've got nothing to do with that. Look at that. This is too it's too funny. But I mean, I personally believe he was in the Bronco like, dang, I accidentally stabbed my wife.
Shit, he wasn't in the Bronco saying no accidentally. He was in the Bronco saying, bitch, don't you ever in your life disrespect me.
Well, her life is over, so how she gonna be
Exactly. Don't you ever in your life, this one or the next one.
This one or the next one.
Homeboy probably tried to get with OJ. He forgot all about he played football.
Forgot all about he was a celebrity and stuff.
OJ bent them up in there.
And it's funny we done brought it back to OJ because we was talking about the Kardashians, and that's how they got famous, like their father being the lawyer for OJ.
The whole time that's Chloe's fault. Y'all think Chloe? Y'all think OJ is Chloe's fault? They say that.
I don't know though. She got that big head.
Yeah,
that long face.
Yeah.
That might be. I mean,
I think so.
Now that you say that, yeah, just even picturing her face and his face. OJ, but look, hey, what's the mother name? She ain't going to ask for those child support. What's the mother? Chloe and her mother.
Chris.
Chris. Chris don't give a damn about OJ.
But this is the point though. Like nobody never look at that big picture though. Like the mother. Like nobody never look at that. Though the mother had to be a big bitch. And her days, everybody she messed with was a millionaire.
Yeah.
Everybody she messed with was a millionaire.
That's
and
true.
if you do your homework, she ain't up over that back then. The mother,
I gotta look at her pictures from back then.
like back then, if you look at her, she ain't look all like. But it was something about this woman where she. What y'all think it was about Chris? Whereas though she had the ability to land these millionaire men like that.
Yeah, somebody comment and tell me what y'all think.
She wasn't a Marilyn Monroe. You know, she wasn't a Marilyn Monroe or Anna Nicole. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
what is it about this mother Chris Kardashian Jenner that made her land these millionaire men like that?
What is it about a lot of these women that's landed these millionaire men? Because a lot of women are named.
Well, in 2017 was landing these millionaire men is Dr. Miami. Dr. Miami is responsible for a whole lot of millionaire weddings.
I believe that, especially when you watch Love and Hip Hop, you like, okay.
Oh yeah, he ran through the whole Love and Hip Hop.
The whole Love and Hip Hop.
He ran through all them.
Everybody gotta be buying.
The whole Love and Hip Hop, he ran through them. He ran through all the housewives.
I'm about to say the Housewives of Atlanta.
He just ran through them.
The house. What's the NBA? The players, the basketball wives. Yeah, basketball wives.
Yeah, hey, every reality show chick been on that damn
been on the table.
Oh, if it wasn't that when it was in Dominican Republic, it was somebody's table.
Then nobody gets scared of what happened to Kanye West's mother. Everybody is still like, I'm still going to have surgery.
But she went to get the triple bypass surgery.
Yeah, I know, but I know a lot of women that get that first and then get.
Well, I don't know what happened, what scared little Kim, because little Kim said she ain't going back to get no more motherfucking surgery. You see our little kangaroo pouch Kim got now?
I ain't see that.
I get in. Kim got a little kangaroo pouch now.
And she said
she must have had a real bad scare at her last. No, seriously, because she.
I think we all don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure nobody wants to see her have surgery again. But
I mean, I would want to see Kim back.
I don't. Yeah,
you don't want Kim.
I wondered. Oh, the old Kim back? Oh, of course. Yeah, but I don't want her going under the knife again. I didn't know she had a little pouch. I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah,
and see what that little pouch looks like. A little kangaroo.
Got a little kangaroo.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be in the makings, you know. But right now, as we speak, she got kangaroo.
She gotta get in there and get one of them celebrity fit guys, one of them celebrity trainers.
And that's another thing that they be doing that I don't like about the celebrity chicks. Don't do that. Don't lie and be saying y'all be doing all that.
Oh, the waist training and stuff. Yeah.
Tommy T and y'all be drinking
the
Tommy T and having diarrhea and all that shit.
Yeah.
And all that the whole time. Y'all been out in Dominican Republic.
I wasn't buying none of that. Because I knew it was BS. I was like, they ain't doing none of that.
One chick that I can honestly say though, you know, my girl Sherrod. A lot of people don't know Sherrod. Man, Sherrod puts it in.
Sherrod, what's her name?
Sherrod Bailey.
I think I found her.
She puts it in, sure.
Tiana Taylor? Oh, Tiana Taylor is bad as I don't know what. Yeah, I don't think she had no surgery.
But Tiana Taylor got a natural body.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She got like a natural little cut tone body.
Yeah, she got a bad body. What about Angela Bassett? Because she an old lady, not an old lady.
But Angela, no, they probably
she bad. You think she has some lipo, Angela?
Yeah, Angela. I'm quite sure.
I don't think Angela had no lipo.
I'm quite sure she did something.
Y'all think Angela Bassett had lipo?
Angela.
Prove him wrong, because Angela denying no lipo.
I'm quite sure she probably had lipo. You know what I'm saying? She an older woman. You know what I'm saying? She probably want to keep it tight. You know, not she.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. Just to keep it tight. Just to keep it tight. Because her skin is gonna start hanging eventually. So she do gotta tighten that up. Right. I believe all of they say black don't crack, and it really don't.
There's nothing wrong with getting your body done to you. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. If you want to invest in that your body and get your body done for you, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I think it look good actually. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to start a GoFundMe.
I'm about to have braces on my teeth. I think everybody want to do things to enhance their appearance. you know, everybody have insecurity, no matter how they try to deny it and say that they don't. Everybody got something about themselves that they don't like. And I hate my crooked smile. But guess what? I'm about to get braces on stage, shorty. So, you know, everybody got something about them. Yeah. My brother Anto kicked my ass about 20 years ago. I was talking shit, talking tough, and he pop, 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 and all that, but he made me who I am today.
Yeah, crooked tooth and all. He made him. Hey, you gotta have that. You gotta have that, boo. You gotta have that.
What?
No, what are you talking about?
You said crooked teeth and all.
Because you said he gave you the crooked
Yeah,
teeth.
he did.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's still, you ain't mad at him because they had a purpose.
I love him dearly.
That's right. Why is crazy? You crazy, boo. No, but all right. So, what is your favorite? Because we were talking about a whole bunch of celebrities, but what is your favorite celebrity couple? One that has had real longevity, like Angela Bassett and her husband has been married for a long time. Denzel and his wife been married a long time.
My favorite celebrity couple, honestly, is Kim Fields and her husband.
Really?
I like him, and you know why I like Kim Fields and her husband? It's because, honestly though, it's because she loves her husband so much, and she goes through a lot of stuff like this. I'm ready to touch a real serious topic. She goes through a lot of stuff with her husband because of the way he acts. If anybody ever seen Kim Fields on The Housewives of Atlanta, the way he act, like he's a feminine guy. He's a very feminine male, and he get a lot of bashing because of the way he act, and I think that is wrong. And I just love the fact that she's able to stand up and stand on her own and still be able to love her husband unconditionally, no matter what nobody is saying about her husband's sexuality. Because if you was to meet him, you will get that he was gay, honestly. Because how he acts, he's very feminine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta see it because I haven't seen Housewives for a long time. I haven't seen her husband. I gotta get up to date on this stuff.
You know, and yeah, he get accused of being gay a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm glad that they able to hold it and not let nobody destroy that. You know what I'm saying? You know,
that's a lot. To be able to take that criticism, because you know people have a way of
just trying to bring you down.
Yeah,
you know, just trying to
make you feel different about somebody that you in love with, that you dedicated to. That's your partner in life.
Bring you down.
Yeah,
because they're unhappy with it. The whole time is because they're unhappy. And they
misery loves company.
What you have.
Right. I gotta check them out. My favorite, as far as like what you just said, my favorite couple that's really holding each other down would be no, you good. He had to go get his popcorn. But my favorite couple was dang, it just went off the top of my brain. That's how quick that was. But dang, what is the Tisha Campbell?
Tisha Campbell. My birthday today. It
is. Happy birthday, boo. But she is, her and her husband, they're one of my favorite couples because they, to me, match so well. Like, they were on that when Kevin Hart had the House Husbands of Atlanta, House Husbands of Hollywood or something like that. What was that thing? I forgot, but whatever he had that show and they were on it, and it was just really funny because they fit so well. Like, they both, I don't want to say corny, but you know how you got that
corny.
They corny together. They just fit together so well, and I just think that they're a really good couple. And they've been together for a really long time. I know it's over 20 years they've been together, so I really love them as a couple.
Really, Dwayne, you talking about
Dwayne? Yes, yeah, and Tisha Campbell, yeah. I just watched something that they did, and she was singing to him. I just love their relationship, the way they interact with each other, the way they.
I want to get in another relationship. I want to get married again.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Like, I want the right. I want to be with, because it's been a minute since I've been really in a relationship. It's been a while.
Oh wow! Okay.
It's been about 3.5, almost 4 years since I've been in a relationship.
Oh yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, but I've been happy. It's
nothing
you have
to have that time.
But it's nothing like waking up in the morning without your heart being broke, feeling like, you know, without your heart being broke, you know, because of a situation that you in and it's just not healthy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, you know, growing. So it's nothing like waking up in the morning at ease without feeling like, damn, where my girl? You know, where my significant other, what they doing? You know,
right.
It's nothing like feeling good, waking up like, it is what it is, but it don't keep it moving.
Right.
I feel good today,
right.
but it's getting dry, and it's getting boring, it's getting lonely.
Yeah.
You know, my kids are big, you know, they doing them, you know, they out there, you know, they safe.
Yeah.
They're doing great. I got good boys, and I love them.
Do.
I got good boys. You know, and I just think that I'm ready to get back and I'm ready to settle down. I want to start off first and with a good friend and go from there.
Right. You gotta build a friendship first anyway. Like you said, that jumping in is why relationships aren't lasting now. You know,
jumping for all the wrong reasons.
Exactly. I was just about to say a lot of people are jumping into relationships because they see, you know, social media, like you said, is a big thing now. Yeah. And you on social media and you scrolling down that timeline and about 18 people that got engaged. And then, you know, you see the wedding pictures and then everybody got their family, me and my boo. So girl, you know, you go out and you just like, let me just snag somebody extremely quickly and say that I got a boo too. Yeah. And then y'all in a relationship after a week.
It's downhill.
Yeah, everything gonna take a dive, right?
A whole dive.
Right.
But and then they be all in love and they be crying and shit. You be like, damn, I don't know together. 6 days. Like, don't go in.
Sit your ass down so fast.
Like, hey, he cheated on me. He cheated on you.
He was already in a relationship when he left you.
Y'all been together for 6 days. How could you talk about he cheated on you? And y'all been together for 6 days.
Right.
How it is.
But it be you telling the truth but that is because they jumping in a relationship so quickly because they want. And I mean, like you said, like, you know, it's nothing like waking up without a broken. Not feeling that broken heart. Yeah, some people just want to have that. Some people don't know.
Some people just want to have sex.
Some people definitely do on a daily basis.
Yeah. Info.
And I
say that
again.
I used to mess with an info.
Were you in a relationship with her or you were just messing with her?
I used to mess with her. And I used to be like, there's no way in the world, man, you can ever be in a relationship. Go an info.
And that was not good for you.
It was to the point where we was having sex and I wouldn't even, I would get the feeling, but nothing was coming out.
Damn.
I'm like, God, man, she done drank me dry.
Damn. That must be, but does it still feel good?
It still feel good, but nothing come out because I'm drained dry, but she still can go. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh yeah, definitely, she gonna cheat on me. So I'm definitely can't be in a relationship with her. Yeah, that's for sure.
You already knew. So you need somebody that you know can calm you down.
Don't drain me dry. I'm old today. You know what I'm saying?
Today. So what type of, you know, since we're talking about getting in relationships and everything, I'm pretty sure everybody out there, especially since I see Mr. Marquise Martin has a nice little fan club going on here on Facebook. So what kind of ladies?
Thanks for the love.
Definitely.
Y'all, you know, I'm going to keep it 100 regardless.
We see.
Regardless.
What kind of ladies are you actually attracted to?
I like beautiful women. You know what I'm saying?
I swear he ain't lying. This man messes with gorgeous. I don't even think beautiful is a word. Like you mess with gorgeous women, flawless women.
Toes sucking is women.
Yeah, you do.
Suck their toes and you know, you just look at them and be like, damn, you good in this shit. That type.
And that's why he got some gorgeous ass kids, y'all. Yeah. That's the type. But okay, so we know they gotta be gorgeous. What else they gotta have going on?
They gotta be very, of course they gotta be smart. You know, that's first. Like they gotta have something going on outside of being attractive. You know, they gotta have goals and they gotta be well at my age, when I meet somebody, I hope they already set their career. If they trying to work towards a career, then something wrong. If you
yeah.
If at this age, I
yeah.
get my age out. Well,
You said you're not. You,
No, but at this shit, I think she been already being set in her career.
right, not just beginning. You know, a lot of women don't,
But
especially old women, be starting over. Like, I'm gonna do something new. So I'm gonna start over. Now I'm about to do something whole new. So now I'm about to be a nurse. Not me.
Really?
Not me, y'all. I'm not. Y'all see where I'm at. But I'm saying they're all women that get to that older age and they feel like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm about to do something all new. So they start a whole new daggone career.
After 20 years?
After 20 years.
Well, how old would they be?
I'm saying
starting a new career.
Like in their late 30s, early 40s.
I don't think they should be starting a new career at that point.
They should. I ain't say they should be, but I ain't gonna say they should be because there's a lot of people in here that do be.
But I'm not gonna knock the ones that do, because as long as it's something that, you know, because you don't know what people been through in their life. You know what I'm saying? Some people could have took a turn for the worse,
right?
And they had no choice but to start a new career,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So you never know. You know what I'm saying? So it's a do or you don't situation with them.
Right. Right.
That's a do or you don't.
Definitely. So you guys really talked about so many different things. We were supposed to just be talking about.
Y'all want to ask me?
But y'all can ask. Yeah, I was about to say y'all can ask Mr. Marquis anything y'all want to ask him. Anything.
Shower me with the love I've been waiting for.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so he was supposed to be on my show a couple weeks ago, right? And I couldn't wait for him to come because I wanted him to sing this one song that he used to sing all day one time. That Maxwell song, A Woman's Worth. You still sing that song?
Pray God, you can go. I'll stand outside this woman's work, this woman's world. Oh, it's hard on a man. Now his part is over. Now starts the craft.
Just play right.
I'm joking, though. I'm just joking.
Yeah, he can sing for real. Look at all. Who is putting up the angry face? Because he stopped, right? Because he be playing too much. He just want to give us a little taste of it. But he can hit them notes.
I know you've got a little life and you laugh. I know you've got a little life and you laugh. And I know you've got a lot of strength left. Yo, all jokes aside though. We living in a real world out here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we getting older, mm-hmm. And it's time for us to. Oh, you in a relationship? I'm gonna ask you that.
Oh, that's cute.
How are you?
Kind of, sort of. A little something.
No, the reason why I was asking because you've always, remember, you've been in a relationship or not, you always did you.
Yeah.
Meaning that you just always had your own willpower to just be a keeper.
Yeah.
And I never really seen no God controlling you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's why I didn't have relationships work. You know, I even had somebody say to me one time, I'm a Virgo.
You strong-headed.
Yeah, right? Somebody said to me one time, I was in a relationship and I thought it was really going good. I thought everything was fine. I swear, y'all, I thought it was good. I was like, okay, this is finally the one. I'm about to have marriage number 3. We were planning out a wedding and everything. Right. And things just went downhill like immediately. And I swear I'm still in happy land, all in love and everything, like thinking things is good. And he started saying things to me that were kind of like to change myself. Like, why you always wear your hair like that? And I'm like, what you talking about? Like, I've been wearing my hair like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't understand. Like, what? Yeah, I mean, it was, I had, you know, my Indian in, you know, so, I was Indian. I was an Indian at the time. I was an Indian at the time. So I'm thinking, like, what's wrong with this Indian? Like, what's going on? It's pretty. What are you talking about? And then anybody who knows me knows I love to change the color of my eyes daily. I still do, you know, change them up every now and then. And so, but at the time, I had the same color and I had when I met him. So he's like, well, I can't stand that eye color.
But see, what y'all don't understand is this. Can I make it clear?
Yeah, please do. From a man's perspective, tell me.
When we meet y'all and y'all looking real sexy and all that, once our feelings get involved, button up your blouse and pull your tax out and don't look too sexy. You
hey, y'all hear that? That was some real stuff, though. That was some real stuff.
You know, yeah. But that's them insecure guys.
Yeah.
Like I like, you already know how I like my women. Like be sexy, do you?
Yeah.
You know, be sexy. I like for my girls to look good.
Yeah.
But you got some of them gold thick ass, insecure ass niggas that be like, you're not going to wear that short skirt out here today, or you're not going to wear that.
Immediately after you get in a relationship.
They just want you to look ratchet because they got all that.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that.
Or just
they don't got no money.
Or just their feelings, their insecurity. Like they just another problem I've had a lot of men who have mommy issues. So my mommy issues meaning like none of them were raised by their mothers. And if they and one of them was actually raised by his mother, but his mother wasn't a mothering mother. Like she didn't give him hugs and kisses, and they didn't have a close relationship. So he was like spiteful towards his mother. Right. You know, he felt resentment against her. You know, he saw her in relationships, and he just didn't like her. Long story short, his mother. He didn't like her. He didn't like his mother.
If a man like, and that's what get me.
And the other
like if a man don't like his mother, why do a female want to mess with this man? Mm-hmm. If he don't like his mother, he gonna be beating you the hell up.
And so the one that I was just talking about, where it was like everything was all love. Once he started doing those things, like why you have your hair like that, why your eyes like that, like the things started going downhill. I've been a counselor and an advocate for a long time. So one of the things I do is I like to sit down and like, okay, well then what's going on? Because I got to be going on. And communication is big to me.
Well,
and then that with him, with the whole, you know, him being judgmental about everything that I'm doing now. I'm like, well, what's really going on? And that's when the open up came about his mom. And he started talking about, not telling me what it is with me yet, right, but him just opening up, telling me like things that he went through.
To make you can't wear your Brazilian Indian.
You know, I know, right? My Indian, right? Yeah. You know what I think it was? It's the fact that he watched men treat his mother the way he was trying to treat me. Oh. So he didn't like his mother because his mother put up with the BS. But then he tried to display the same behavior on me. Right. You know what I mean?
Did you drop him like a hot potato?
Absolutely. He's no longer here. You see Casper?
He hung himself.
Definitely. Because I mean, and the funny thing is, before I actually ended that relationship, I mended that relationship between him and his mother.
Oh, really? Well, that's a good thing.
So at first I was like, you know, and there's some real stuff, y'all. I got a message from him, this long email one day about him and his mother. You know, and how they had fixed their relationship, and now he gets to go eat dinner with his mother and blah blah blah. Wow. Right. It was to that point. It was to the point where they went to eat dinner with his mother.
What went wrong in that relationship? I mean, what actually happened with them? Like literally.
I really believe that he just spited her for his whole childhood. Like she worked and she had her, you know, her boyfriend / husband, who was the same man all his whole childhood.
Right. Basically like a father figure.
Yeah, but he just didn't like that relationship, and he did not like the fact that he didn't have that
he probably didn't even like himself.
True.
He probably didn't even like himself.
Yeah, because he, you know, he longed for that motherly, you know, hug, give me a hug type. You know, because that was one of the things he said to me, like, you know, she never even really hugged me. I didn't get those kisses. Like, he envied the relationship that I had with my parents because having, you know, my mom and dad, we lovable people. Right, so when he saw me and my parents, he's like, wow, like, you know, it was an amazing.
I've been around people that said that to me with my family. When I be like, all right, I love you, Ma, or I love you, to my brothers, I love you, brother. And some of my friends be like, wow, you know, y'all got a lovable family. And I be like, wow, all I said was, I like you.
Yeah.
And that's, wow, that just, I love you. Yeah. Can really make a big difference to a person.
It can. It really can. It really can.
But people don't understand that. But that's why a lot of what's going on is going on in the world. Because a lot of people just never was loved.
Right.
So they don't have the heart or the ability to love others. That's why people be like, how can you just be so heartless? How can these people just be so heartless and just be out here killing people? Mm-hmm. Because they never was loved. They don't know how it feels to be loved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how they don't care about loving that person or the effect that it's going to have on nobody's family because they don't know how it feels to be loved.
Right.
You know, so that's what's going on.
And then because they weren't loved, they grow that anger, that resentment, that bitterness.
All that is going on in their life.
Right. And that just creates a bad situation for the person that falls in love with them.
And then you don't know them because they dressed up maniacs. And when I say that, because I was, you know,
deep.
It is deep because, you know, I remember I was working with juvenile delinquents for years.
Yes,
and I was the med tech for them. I knew the medications that they were taking. Serious psych meds. You feel me? And man, these guys are out here on these streets today because they grew out of the system. So they out on these streets today getting in relationships with my nieces and them. I'm just being real. Like my nieces and them is being in relationships with these juvenile delinquents that grew up, and I knew the psych meds that they were on, and that's the ones that's out here committing all of these crimes because they're trying to self-medicate with marijuana and the Percocets and all of that stuff like that. They're trying to lean on that for comfort and love and support, and when you don't have it, don't fucking withdrawals. What did you say? Don't withdrawals.
Right. That's so scary.
Don't withdraw short. And that's why they be out here killing like they do. And all that because they be, you're not going to take nothing from me today. Like these little young boys, these hoppers out here today ain't playing, man.
It's definitely a whole different time.
It's a different breed.
Definitely is. And it's funny you talk about that self-medication thing because I just seen a situation like that explode, you know, where a girl was trying to hold on to a dude who just he wasn't trying to stay put, and he didn't know why. He couldn't even understand, but he knew he needed to get out there and get a pill. He was popping pills, and he just needed to pop pills. And her trying to be, you know, hold on to him, and you know, well, let me just deal with that. These guys, and I
will kill you.
Thank
you. If you're in their way.
Because let me tell you something. Like, you know, and I don't never speak names on this show, but I be talking about real situations, but she almost lost her life. The young lady I'm talking about. But she was really in love with this dude. Right. And he's a young dude, that's a young couple.
But that's what happened with the girl up in Emerson Village. Remember the little young girl that they found body up in the village? And that's what happened to her. Like she fell in love with that guy. He was something was wrong with him mentally. You know, and she fell in love with him, and she tried and she tried and she tried, not knowing that this guy is a maniac that you loving and you in love with, but she don't know because she don't know. But when they did that research and it pulled up his background, this nigga used to take Depakote and all these psych meds.
And the sad thing is, when they taking all of those and they pull that all up in their history, they can go down for manslaughter and less case, like you know, and exactly. So manslaughter, and then they come home. I had a girl I grew up with,
and they gonna put them right back out on the street.
Same thing happened to her.
Another niece or chick or to date somebody else, put them right back out on the streets. And that's what's going on with the world, man. A lot of stuff is self-made, like the government. Like honestly, like not to get off the subject, like you think about these tornadoes and hurricanes and
it's definitely
self-made.
Absolutely.
The government doing all that stuff, man. Like this guy who's the shooting guy.
Down in Vegas. Yeah, that was.
You made it tell me they had 6 minutes before he shot all them people up. They already had called. Whoa.
I know a beat I got a beat here. How a beat in here in the fall.
Exactly. He trying to die, sting him up, but he won't take me. I'm gonna take this band off and bust your fucking head.
He's talking to the beat, y'all. He's talking to the beat.
The bumblebee. He trying to sting somebody. You already know it's that time of year. But no, back to the story though. That man got up there and shot all of them people like that, man. Out in Las Vegas like that. Y'all know good and well. 6 minutes. The guy made a call and called down there and told the hotel guy, I hear gunshots down the hall from me. 6 minutes went by before he did that the initial attack. They had time to get in that room and get him. Man, they let it happen. And then they waited till, excuse me, I got gas in my throat.
That's all that popcorn, y'all. He's eating all that popcorn.
And you know, they had time to get up in there but they let it happen. And then another thing that gets me, this chick raised $400,000. The girl that got shot in her eye.
Okay.
I'm not saying that is a wrong thing. I'm not saying that she's not, you know, they shouldn't have did that. I'm not saying none of that shouldn't have happened. But how many other people that got shot out there and lost their life out there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why wasn't that family compensated for some things?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why is this one chick getting
she raised it on
a GoFundMe page?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's wrong, man.
That's like the immediate
There's
thing.
a lot of people that got killed out there.
Yeah.
And lost limbs and lost their lives and etc. Raise all
I
this
didn't
money
even
for
hear
that
about
one girl.
that on
ridiculous to me.
I didn't even hear about anybody raising money like that with the one that happened in Florida.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Wow.
All that money for this chick and she got shot in the eye, and she was a student, and she was this, that, and other, blah, 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 and all that. It's a lot of people that got that same story like her.
Yeah.
That literally that lost their life.
And story that's a lot worse. The whole situation was tragic. The whole thing.
My hands, you know, I pray for the family, though. Pray for the families, all of them. Pray for them.
So you guys, we have a few minutes. Oh yeah, we got a little time left. So we want to do Q&A.
Anybody need to ask me any questions?
So this Q&A is open to everybody. You can ask any of us questions.
Why y'all think that Baltimore radio stations don't support us? That's a topic I really want to be on. Like, why don't Baltimore radio stations like 92Q and all that, why they don't support our own? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got some talented people here that's out here making music, man. Baltimore don't support their own. They got all these New York niggas and all these Philly niggas and all these other people on the radios, but they don't support our own, and I think that's not fair. And I think that we, you know, they can blow up if they support.
If they get more support.
Yeah, support. So, but you know,
tell me this, because I'm not knowledgeable in that area of how it works with the radio, right? So I see like the Creek Boys, they got their song played on the radio. Where did this beat even come from at this point?
The Creek Boys, a lot of stuff got money talk. Just know that. Okay. Money talk. It's all in who you know. Money talk. You feel me?
I mean, of course, I can see that being like money definitely being one of the reasons. But like you said, you know, you mentioned that to me before you and I were talking, and I tried to look like, let me see who else album or songs is on there. I know my nephew, your nephew, Young Goldie. He had his song on there for oh, that's your little cousin. Yeah, and shout out to Scola, your nephew. Yeah, but Goldie, I remember when his song played on the radio and it played for like a week straight. And I was thinking like, oh, okay, so I was wondering like how that all worked. You know, got a little.
They play Scola though. They do. You know, they play them, but not as much as they should. They don't play Goldie as much as they should. They don't play D-Boy as much as they should. They got Lex out. You know what I'm saying? Then you know, my state, like my music is pop, so I'll probably be on 104.3 or something. Yeah. You know, I'm not expecting for 92Q to play my music, you know. Yeah. But you know, I'm gonna have songs that they can play, but I'm not aiming for them. Like I'm aiming for a whole nother pop ground. Yeah. You know, that's where my music is gonna open up to. But that's you know, but they do play they play Scola.
They play Scola. Yeah. So what would you like to see them do more that they aren't doing as far as
just play more, like promote more, promote your artists more. Don't be so quick to support other artists from other states. Support what's going on here. Like we got some real talent up in Baltimore.
And since we're doing Q&A right now, you guys can tell us, do you feel the same way? Do you feel like?
How y'all feel about that?
Yeah. So let me see. Can we see some of the comments? Oh, sorry, y'all. We had to go across that screen real quick. Are there any comments? How you feel about?
How y'all feel about these DJs not supporting their own, not playing music that's hot, like they not supporting? How y'all feel about that? Put me there.
Put. That was cute. Put. She did. So the station that you have your music coming on, they support you. You don't have no issues with them. They doing their thing.
My issue was I was in a contract, so I couldn't release my music. So that was my whole issue. I was in the contract, but I'm out of that contract now. So now I can start releasing music. I have a whole album actually that's about to be released.
Well, tell us about your album, man. Don't keep it no secret.
It's not a secret. Like y'all see me promoting it all the time. Like
I know, but you gotta tell us.
Yeah, I got a album coming out. So it's a pop album. It's actually gonna be open. It's gonna open up to everybody. Contemporary songs, hip hop songs, mostly pop. You know, but yeah, it's gonna be fire. I got a treat for a treat.
A treat for a treat.
A treat. I've been networking with different guys that do videos.
Okay.
I've been networking with them, talking to them, and dealing back and forth with my engineers and my A&Rs, and it's gonna pop off. It's gonna pop off real soon.
Okay, so we know that you do pop, and you got all that going on. What's your favorite? And you guys say the name of it. It's up to you what you want to do. But what's your favorite song on your album? Like the one that you really worked the hardest on. You took, you poured your heart, soul, your spirit, everything into it. What's that?
That would be all of them. Actually.
I knew you were gonna say that. I swear, I knew you were gonna say that.
All of them. That would be right. But no, the one I like the most is Ending Story. It talks about I'm always like, I went through so much in my past relationships with my baby moms and stuff like that. So, a lot of my writing and stuff is basically on past stuff that I've been through. Okay. And one story, one song that I like the most is, it's great. I don't want to give too much.
I see.
I don't give too much, but you want to like it though.
I know I'm gonna like it. So when you do have your album come out, you gotta come so you can come back to Beyonka's Playhouse so you can play it for everybody. So are you performing anywhere yet? Have you set up anything to perform yet, or this all fresh? You just still working?
I haven't been performing or doing anything because, like I said, I was under contract.
Yeah.
And, I didn't even want to perform any of the songs and try to make any money or anything like that because the moment I would get a dime for anything I do under contract with this record label I was with, I would have to, break them bread. Yeah. So I said, I'm not even going to do anything. I did still basically promote myself a little. Yeah. Let people know don't give up on me yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm still here. I'm still keeping myself youthful. I'm still training my voice. I'm still doing all of that stuff. So don't give up on me yet. It's just that I'm not going to say I signed a bad deal. Because I don't think it was a bad deal. I just think that it wasn't well put together, the contract. Okay. And I'm gonna be real careful of what I'm saying. But the person that I was rolling with was also rolling with my manager too. Okay. So it was a messy situation. So basically, they was basically trying to make sure we're gonna squeeze this American.
Of course.
And use this American, for everything we can get because I'm popular as shit over in the UK. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from here, but over in the UK, we different over in the UK.
Yeah, definitely.
So it was a messy situation. I wouldn't advise nobody. Make sure that you get legal advice when you signing these contracts because they will try to juice you, man. The littlest word can flip your whole contract to the point where you won't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? You won't see a dime for all your hard work that you put in. And that's how selfish that is for somebody to not want you to see a dime of your hard work. Come on now, you're gonna have to put me 6 feet deep. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna ride it out, and now I'm out that contract. So it's on the popping.
Now it's on the popping.
Now it's on the popping show.
Yeah, it's funny you say you popping. I mean, the UK is so different because when I first started Beyonka's Playhouse, I was getting inboxes from people in the UK, and I thought it was fake at first, right?
It's not fake.
And it was over here. Real, right? It was real, and I was just so in shock.
If you want to blow UK. I'm telling you, they love us over here. All you gotta do is have a good project. Right. Good project. Right. They love us over here. Right. It's not with social media today, you can put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to, you can put yourself out there. It's you. It's not everybody. You got people always blaming people for for their success. You gotta do it yourself. You gotta put yourself out there. You gotta get out there and put yourself out there. You got social media, you got so many windows to the world today where you can just put yourself out there. It's you, it's your project. If it's gonna sell, if you got good music, if your product is good, it's gonna sell. And it's enough money for everybody. And that's why I understand why you got these celebrity, not even celebrity. You got, I ain't even mean to say celebrity. You got underground artists that's beefing. It's enough money out here for everybody. Yeah. It's up to you. It's your project. You can't get mad on the next person because his song was better than yours that you put out. Right. Just work harder the next time. Right. You don't want to take this man out because he put out a song and it was better than yours. Put in that work. And everybody's work ethic is different. Everybody, like you said, you promote yourself. Everybody's different. When Safari did that to Nicki, Safari, when he said that when Nicki Minaj thanked Cardi, when she congratulated Cardi B for being number one on the Billboard, and for Safari to say that was fake because she didn't want to feel like a hater, and he know her, and that was fake. I honestly don't think that was fake. You know what I'm saying?
But look who it came from.
It came from Nicki.
I'm talking about look who that statement came from.
Yeah, but he know her, and for him that's what I'm saying. For him to say that was a fake statement, I don't think it was fake. I think it was genuine, and I think that Nicki said it out of shot. Yeah. Out of shot, wow. You know what I'm saying? I got some competition.
Exactly.
I got some.
That's how I felt about it. I didn't feel like it was hate at all, but I felt like she felt like, wow, I really got competition, because everybody probably expected Cardi to come out and do a little something. Right. But for her to come out and do what she did, I feel like Nicki looked exactly.
She's doing a great job.
Absolutely, yes.
I love Nicki. I love Kim, all of them, but I love Cardi. You know why I like Cardi? Because she's starving.
Right.
This chick is starving.
Yes. Yes. That's why I think Luke. Am I Luke? Yeah. Luke at the Hip Hop Awards, when he was when he heard her story, he was like, I gotta meet her. Because her story is the one, what gets you. When people really are, like you said, starving because they really have nothing and all they want is success and to be able to be good. And one of the things her boyfriend, y'all, I don't know the Amigos names like that, but her what's his name? Offset. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get with it. I swear I am. Well, I read his post that his birthday thing to her, and when he said you deserve it, you take care of your whole family.
You do. You literally take care of your whole family.
Literally, that's what he said. So she's starving because she wants them to all be good. Right. And that's exactly why she's being blessed.
And then she got Offset in her corner. He's a millionaire. We jumping. Right. They got that bread. Right. You know what I'm saying? So as long as she stay genuine like that, and you know what, Cardi was blessed, from having a good heart. And you can just tell that girl had a good heart. Right. And God is just blessing her, man. She's been blessed.
I think that's why she didn't even last on Love and Hip Hop, because it was they was trying to, bring her down and make her character look like something that it really wasn't.
Remy. I'm sorry to all the Remy lovers though, man.
I love Remy.
Remy as an artist, lyrically,
yes.
Bass.
Okay, yeah, that's
Rock took her to a dive, but she don't look like Rock. I don't know what it is about Remy, man. Her body just cannot get that Coca-Cola shape. It's nothing. It just cannot get that Coca-Cola.
But I love Remy. It can though. She
can't get that Coca-Cola shape.
She ain't put on that. No, I did see her with a waist trainer on.
I mean, she's doing everything.
And I saw that. She getting it. But
she's doing everything she's supposed to do. But it's just something that's not coming like the Coca-Cola body.
Yo, see her.
The shape. It's something not. It's just not work. I think Remy is a sexy hood chick. Yeah. She's sexy. I see she got her teeth fixed though. She's a sexy hood chick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But she just got a different appearance from Ali and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B and Little Kim. All their bodies is different from Remy's. Remy don't got that Coca-Cola body. I can't explain it. But you know, she lyrically, though she a beast. She
She is. I love Remy. I mean, I
fire.
can't even say nothing about her. I can't even say nothing bad.
I ain't saying nothing about her.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't even, her body.
SpongeBob. She's SpongeBob-ish. And then she talk about Nicki Minaj being SpongeBob. But then she eat the box when Nicki was SpongeBob.
I don't believe it. Like, no, yeah, she did. She did. She did.
She did. SpongeBob. She did. And Nicki ain't even speak on that. That's how you know Nicki a boss stuff. Nicki a boss stuff.
Yeah, she is. She is. But she still, I heard the last one, but she still. I just, you know, maybe because I'm older and Remy, she been my girl since back in the day.
Yeah, we gonna ride with
you know,
the 90s.
I'm gonna ride
we gonna
with
ride with the 90s. But you gotta give credit when credit is due. You can't be fake and ride with the 90s because that's from our era. Like you gotta give credit when it's due, and Nicki is bending up.
She is. I mean, she is, but I feel like because Remy took that break and then came back as hard as she did.
Got locked. She didn't take no break. She got locked up for shooting a chick because she over $1,000, and she shot her homegirl. That wasn't no break. That was it was stupidity, but she still was out the game for a minute. Yeah, so because she was out the game, because she took a break, I know, because she was out the game all that time, and she came back because, like you said, now in the beginning of this, we was talking about how you can't hold something on somebody when it's back in the past, and now we're in the future. So I feel like she did some dumb shit back then. She did her time. She came home, and she came home and did her thing. Oh, yeah. She started putting that work. She didn't do her thing until she did that song that
what was that, John?
Nicki crossed her lap and pop, Nicki. That little diss track. That's when she really
the diss track
got out there. That's when everybody really started focusing on her comeback.
On her comeback. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So who
she bent her up on that song.
She definitely did.
And
we never talked about that on Beyonka's Playhouse. So you know, as y'all can keep commenting, y'all can comment and tell me how y'all feel about that.
A lot of stuff. And the thing about it is she did her homework, and a lot of that stuff come to find out was true. Now I don't know about the coke smoke. That's true too, the coke sniffing and all that. A lot of the stuff she said was true. You know once you do your homework and do the research on it.
Just like you said, Cardi is hungry. Nicki, like you said, Cardi is starving. Nicki
was carried with the way she came out.
Yeah,
flat out.
Not with the way she came out, but with that battle, you know, she had something to prove. She couldn't allow this with Remy. So you know, with that, I feel like she had something to prove. So she was trying her best to just.
She just kept coming out with songs and songs and songs and songs and songs and songs.
Don't forget that.
She kept coming out with that. Can I get some paper towels, please?
I'm about to punch out.
Somebody, please.
Can the staff get him some paper towels, please?
Man, we got Beyonka's Playhouse staff. They gonna see the waterfall. What we gotta say?
Because they know they don't come on this set. It better be fire going on over here for them to come on this set. But I might let them step in here tonight. But I wish I could see all of these comments, but I can't. Did anybody ask any questions before we sign this thing out? Can't see.
Let me see.
I can't see.
Santorio Martin, what's up, boy? Brandon, my buddy. Renee, I love you, boo.
Yes, I want him to be able to definitely. Look, I try to make it the way so we can see you guys tonight.
Miss Tammy, miss you, Miss Tammy. That's my girl right there. You talking about a ride or die?
A ride or die, Miss Tammy.
Homegirl, Miss Tammy. Yeah, we used to work together. Overline, sterile, very intelligent woman. Very intelligent.
Shout out to Miss Tammy.
Y'all share my bag.
So you guys, well, shout out to you. Everybody needs somebody like that. Everybody needs somebody that's a ride or die, have your back.
We instantly click because I love a thorough woman for some reason. I love a thorough chick, and we instantly clicked because she was thorough. On the blocks we were working in was like some real serious head buster blocks. And then at night it was pitch black. She used to be like, Come on. I hear that,
So before we get out of here, being as though the topic was couples and longevity and all that good stuff, what is some advice that you would give to young couples or new couples, somebody just starting out, as to, you know, what you think in order to have longevity in their relationship? What are you looking to do differently in your next relationship to have longevity?
What I'm looking to do for my next relationship to have longevity is, first of all, to see where her focus is. You know, if her focus is not on like being successful and, you know, being peaceful and just maintaining herself as a woman, then I can't see it. You know, see us together. So, you know, the first thing I'm gonna do is be friends. And we're gonna be friends, and we're gonna do a lot of things together as friends before we label ourselves as, you know, lovers. So
okay.
But I'm looking though. I'm sorry, I ain't looking. But I'm, you know,
patiently waiting
like,
for the
I just don't put
opportunity to
myself out
present
there. That's the thing. I don't put myself out there.
It's funny. I was just about to ask you.
I
Just
don't
go out.
to it. No, that's the thing. I just go to work and really was like focusing on my G baby and everything until, you know, his mama got her feelings. I love Mr. Hunter though. No, but you know, all that, that's a whole, I just don't get into all that, you know, baby mother drama, all that, you know, but yeah, I wasn't going out. I just was being a granddad and being a son and, you know, going to work. And that's it. But I'm about to start, going out. We gonna start going out.
Yeah, we definitely
what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this
out.
Yes. So we're gonna start going to different events and stuff.
And different venues. I get invitations all the time.
Yeah,
and I just be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna come.
And we gonna keep it 100. If you're in your feelings, you're in your feelings, but we gonna keep it 100. I mean,
so our first
you
one,
be real too. Like,
I'm gonna just tell y'all while he's sitting here. Our first one together is gonna be a speed dating event that I've been asked to host. I was talking about that on my last show. So we're gonna host a speed dating event.
That's what's up.
And it's gonna be hot. So I'm gonna let you guys know
keep you posted.
The information on that soon. I'll be locking everything in this week. So on the date and the location and all that good stuff. So you guys be in tune for that. Stay tuned for that speed dating event. We're gonna be looking for like the speed dating event.
And just know every Saturday tune in to me right here.
Yes, every Saturday we gonna have something to talk about. Book. So you guys, if you got a topic that you want to hear, because I don't know what we're going to talk about next week, but if you got a topic that you want to hear, a topic that you want to talk about, you can comment in the comments, you can inbox it, whatever. You can comment on Beyonka's Playhouse so that we can bring that topic up and we can talk about the things you want to hear about on Beyonka's Playhouse. And you know this is late night.
I'm always have topics though.
Because I swear to God, he had to have like 10 topics, y'all, tonight, didn't he?
I got more, but we
and you got more. We're going to save some for next week. So you guys, Saturday, 9 o'clock, please tune in to Beyonka's Playhouse.
Yes.
We're going to have some extra good things to talk about. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Shout out to everybody. We're definitely growing, y'all. Y'all see we upgraded the microphone.
You know, songs, you know, we going off and everything. We growing. Yes. Just be patient. We growing, okay?
We are. So you guys, make sure you share the show. Invite your friends. Definitely thank you for tuning in. All the love y'all showed for Marquise tonight. His first time being in here.
First time I've been here.
Yes, he did amazing. So we'll see you guys next Saturday. Good night. And to the YouTubers, thank you for tuning in via YouTube tonight. You guys, you can still share this YouTube video. You know that, right? All right. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Good night.